moment. So we have one that's exiting the coastline right now at Toms River, but the new one until 6:45 this morning. And I like this map without the radar on it, just to kind of eyeball it and show you where the worst of it is right now. It's cutting through Cumberland, through Salem, Gloucester, Camden, Burlington, Ocean, Atlantic counties. So that's the area of concern at the moment. This is the cell that I'm talking about. 85 lightning strikes just within the past few minutes, showing you how active this storm is. You've got heavy rain. We've had 1-inch hail in some spots with these storms. So in Wilmington, you've got a live lightning strike right there. In Piles Grove and Salem County. In Glassboro, the kids driving around and rowing. I hope you don't have really early classes or teachers heading there, because it's nasty with that rain coming down. And you can see how those strong winds are creating a little bit of a bow echo, kind of pushing it out here. You can tell by the way that cell is curved here that it's dealing with some strong winds coming in. In Gloucester Township as well, right on the AC Expressway. So that's the main concern right now. And this is where it's heading. It's almost in Winslow. So not quite yet. But if you're in Winslow Township in Gloucester County, watch out, because that heavy rain, that storm is at your doorstep here. It's moving through parts of Burlington, near Galloway Township, up towards Surf City and Atlantic City. You're included in that warning cell. This is the core of the hail that came through. We saw 1-inch hail out there. So you have to be careful and check your cars everywhere, stretching from Evesham to Runnymede to West Deptford, out through Chester as well. A quick wider look and we can see all the lightning strikes we're dealing with north of the city. Not a big deal. Your northwest suburbs, you're okay now, but the area is really just south of the city. 65 degrees the current temperature as you're heading out the door. A quick look at the day ahead. At 8 o'clock, we still have some downpours or storms around, but Sharifa, by lunchtime, nothing more than a spotty sprinkle. And by 4 o'clock, you have some breaks. Storm warnings. I want to start with this shot again to give you an idea where it is until 6:45 this morning. And we can see they've shifted a little through parts of southern Gloucester, Camden, just the edge of Salem County there into Burlington and Ocean counties until 6:45. And look at all the lightning strikes that we're dealing with this as well. I want to zoom in right here and show you this is the cell that's the severe storm right now. And we can see it pushing through Gloucester Township, and it's continuing along the AC Expressway in Winslow, almost in Buena Vista at the moment. How about the precipitation rates? Now, it's not sitting here for an hour, but look at this cell producing as much as 3 inches an hour. And I point that out to you because you're driving through that. It's hard to see. Your windshield wipers just can't keep up with that. So if you're in parts of South Jersey, just stall the commute because it's coming down right now. And I do want to point out that if you're in Philadelphia, if you're northwest suburbs in Norristown, Montgomery Township, Upper Euclid, you're talking just a couple of sprinkles out there. It's not as big of a deal as it is south of the city, cutting through South Jersey. And there is another cell behind that. I'll get to it in a minute. But meanwhile, as you head outside, not only do you have the storms, you have really mild, humid conditions. We're already in the low to mid 60s here through the region. By 9, 10 o'clock, it's nothing more than a couple
out there. We have lightning strikes and a lot of rain.
And we continue to have severe thunderstorm warnings, Tam. So we've got one right now until 6:45 this morning, and it's pushing through South Jersey and towards the coastline. So mostly at this point through parts of Burlington, Atlantic, and Ocean counties, just kind of clipping the southern edge of Camden and Gloucester counties. But I'm keeping an eye on this other cell behind it as well. Most of this remaining south of the city. North of the city, it's been a lot quieter. But let's zoom into the cell that's right now severe. Still a number of lightning strikes here, and coming down heavily in Winslow Township, in Waterford Township, in Tabernacle along 206 in New Jersey, and pushing towards the shore points. Here's the next one behind it in Middletown, Delaware, starting to get wet again with a thunderstorm almost in Wilmington. No severe warnings with this one just yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that develops. And if it holds together, it'll hit parts of Salem and Cumberland County. So the same areas, mostly south of the city, getting hit with this. But I am now looking at some damage reports. In Paulsboro, New Jersey, we've had 3/4 of an inch of hail causing some issues, and we did have kind of a core of hail cutting just south of the city, even through our northwestern suburbs this morning. And also wind damage in Westville here in Gloucester County. A tree blew down on a vehicle, and that was about 5 o'clock this morning. So we saw those storms tear through. We're seeing wind damage and hail damage because of this. And there's a lot of water on the road. Now in our northwest suburbs and in the Lehigh Valley, you're not getting much. You had a couple of showers out there. You've got a sprinkle and out Allentown. You're not entirely done, but the core of the gusty storms have been south of the city with it. They've only been straight line winds, but some strong winds up to 60 miles an hour. Now, future tracker showing by 9 o'clock, couple of spotty showers out of here. Not a big deal. It's just during the morning commute that it's so rough. Even at 1 o'clock this afternoon, it's mostly dry, but can't rule out maybe a spotty sprinkle in a couple of places, again, more south of the city. Right now, we have warm, humid conditions fueling these storms, even at this hour. 64 degrees right now in the city, 70 in Dover, 61 in Allentown. So your hour-by-hour forecast showing if you can stall to maybe 9 o'clock or so, it's a lot better. Now, if you're north and west of the city, it's not severe out there. You're getting a couple of showers. But if you're south of the city, maybe stall your commute. 7, 8, 9 o'clock, the rain is still coming down. Between 9 and 10, it starts to shut off. And maybe at lunchtime, a spotty shower. But then through the afternoon, you have even some peaks of sun trying to break through the clouds. And it's warm today with temperatures reaching the mid to upper 60s, not really going very far from where we are right now. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day. So it is a rough morning this morning on the roads with the rain and storms coming down. The afternoon's drier, some peaks of sun. Tomorrow only 55. It's chilly, cloudy and cool, some patchy drizzle or a shower around. A few showers on Sunday and 67. Behind that front on Sunday, and it's going to be a lot cooler to the north, warmer to the south. So Sunday's a tricky day. But behind that front, look how chilly it gets next week. It's not raining now because in a lot of spots it's getting a lot better right now. The trouble is there's so much water on the roads that you're going to be dealing with it. So let's show you what's happening right now on Storm Tracker 6. We have our multi-sweep scan to show you the issues. They have canceled the severe storm warnings at the moment. So our first one is pushed off the coastline. Our second one has weakened a little bit as it's heading through Burlington County. So although it has yet to put through Ocean County, they canceled the warning. You just have some heavy rain. The next one I'm keeping an eye on is just entering New Jersey and kind of crossing the bay right now. I think beyond that, it's looking less threatening. But this is one right now that's weakening as it moves through, but still producing a lot of lightning and some heavy rain. It's past Winslow and Chemung now, and it's heading towards Ocean County. But here's the one that I'm a little worried about, that they may produce a severe thunderstorm with this. And this is heading through parts of Salem and Cumberland County and into Gloucester County as well. So it's moving out of Wilmington and into Woolwich Township at the moment, and as Middletown, Delaware right now as well. As we look at the precipitation rates, it's coming down almost 2 inches an hour, 1.93. So although it's not going to sit there for an hour, it's kind of blinding as it's coming down that steadily. It's hard for the windshield wipers to keep up with that. Now, if you're in Philadelphia, north and west, it's been pretty quiet. You have some showers out there, not as big of a deal. 64 degrees, the current temperature right now, 70 in Dover, with the humid conditions, especially down to the south, kind of fueling those storms that have mostly been south of the city. A few more showers or downpours around at 8 at 63. By 9, 10 o'clock, just a couple of spotty sprinkles, so try to delay the commute a little. At lunchtime at 65. By 4 o'clock, Sharifa, a peak of sun or two, we'll take it after the morning we've had out there. And I'm looking at the water on the roadway. It was an hour ago, but nonetheless, you've got some downpours and you still have some wind out there with this. Let's look at Storm Tracker 6 with our multi-sweep scan right now to show you what's going on. We have our first severe storm that was pushed off the coastline. Our next one really weakened as it hit Surf City, but still producing a lot of rain right now. So no severe warnings at the moment. But in Little Lake Harbor Township, right along Route 9 on the Garden State Parkway, you have lightning and you've got that rain coming down pretty good. Here's our next storm. No severe warnings with this, but it moved out of Delaware and into New Jersey. Now it's in Washington Township. If you live in Gloucester County, it's really getting wet right now. In Pittsgrove Township, you've got a lot of lightning, and it's almost in Millville at the moment as it moves from Dover. In your northwest suburbs, it's nothing threatening at this point. No winds with this, no strong, we're not seeing any strong winds. We're not seeing hail. We're not seeing lightning, but you're getting a good amount of rain right now. If you're in Marple Township, if you were in Lower Merion, in Radnor, in Norristown, in Skippack, crossing the Blue Route and the Schuylkill right now, you've got that rain picking up almost in the city at this point. So watch for that. The severe issues have been more south of the city. A couple of those damage reports, Tam mentioned one, another one in Westville. A tree blew down on a vehicle in Gloucester County at 5 o'clock this morning. We had 1 inch hail in Folsom and a number of spots just south of the city. You had that 1 inch hail out there. Satellite and radar showing Although we're not seeing anything threatening to the west, it's still raining to the west. It's going to take a little bit before we dry out of here. But it is just rain without the storms. At 9 o'clock, still a couple of showers around, but mostly dry. Even at 1 o'clock this afternoon, maybe south and west of the city, a spotty sprinkle. Mostly dry this afternoon, and in fact we see some peaks of sun. Unusually warm right now, 65 in the city, 72 in Dover this morning, and feeling kind of humid. That helped to fuel some of these storms. They kind of overperformed as they moved through the area. So at 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we've got a few downpours in some spots, mostly south of the city, but it's still wet out there and you got to be careful. But we're not seeing the same threat of storms at this point. By 11 o'clock, it's mostly dry. By 3 o'clock, some peaks of sun and 68 degrees. The later afternoon hours aren't bad, but then we go cooler tomorrow. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Maybe some late breaks of sun, 66 for your high. Tomorrow, 55. It's cloudy, it's cool. You've got some drizzle or a shower in the morning. On Sunday, a few showers develop, especially late in the day at night. That's when it looks most active. In the morning, there could be a passing shower. 67, but a lot cooler to the north and even warmer to the south. Kind of depends on where you are Sunday. Look at what happens Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 55 Monday. Tuesday, Arctic air, 48. We're going to have freeze warnings Tuesday night. The overnight low 32 in the city. It'll be in the 20s in the suburbs. Wednesday, 13 degrees below average, 49. By Thursday, not quite as cool in 54. So we've got a really active morning, and I know, Matt and Tam, it's been tough out there as people trying to get ready to go.
All right, thank you, Karen. Let's get